Good morning, good morning, good morning. I thought that I was gonna come. I was gonna do a quick update, but let me turn my phone off real quick. Oh my god. Uh okay. Um I got the okay, so I'm here. Sorry guys. So yesterday I posted, hi Nurse Jen, hi shit. Oh my god, hi Sherry, hi Gwen, hi Amber, hi Harmony. I'm gonna be here really quick. So Amani Stevens, I posted yesterday or the day before that she went missing. So the Texas alert, the Amber Alert went off, but Armani has now been found, and they had posted she was missing with Danielle Diaz, which was 28. Well, they put the wrong picture up there. It was another guy with the same name. So the FBI located her last night around 9:30 in Southeast Houston. And the girl's grandmother said that her granddaughter met whoever she took her on Discord. Like I said when I did my conversation with a teenager, we don't know what goes on in these discords. We don't know who these people are that are talking to our kids. And she said the same person that took her that morning took her on July 9th. She went missing twice. 11 years old, and she was found. It's sad that we have hi Mims, hi Lil Bad, hi Jolly Rancher, hi Sassy Nerd Girl. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm not going to be here long, but I need to start getting back in the habit of doing quick updates. Hi, Fun Size. How are you? My God, Fun Size, long time no see. So I just wanted to come in here. Hi, Deborah17. And again, these kids get on these chats, they get in these gaming rooms. We don't know who is talking to our children, our grandchildren. We don't know. So she went missing, not once, but twice. And it's the same guy. What is a 28-year-old doing talking to an 11-year-old? Or is she 13? Should I forget now? Let me go back and look. I thought maybe I said 11 before, but I think she's 13. Hold on, I'm gonna go back and check because I don't want to give out the wrong damn information. But we don't know who these people are. She's 11. 11. I'm thinking 13 because my granddaughter's 13. Hi, Callie Christine. How are you? I'm just like 11 years old. So when I tell you I got into my grandson's Discord, I did. And I want to see everything. So we need to check on our kids, our grandkids. So again, this is sad. And there's an update where there's sort of an update on Dylan Rounds. His mother did an interview on an Idaho news station, which I'm going to play a little bit of that just so you guys know that the investigation hasn't been kicked to the wayside. There's information out there that the police isn't telling us about. Also, Jay Lee, it's been Amber covered the story of Jimmy J. Lee on her channel. And out of Tupelo, Mississippi, they're saying that their arrest has been made. The young man's name is Sheldon Timothy Harrington Jr., 22 years old. He's from Grenda. They said they arrested him. He's admitted to emming Jimmy, but they don't have the body yet. It's an ongoing investigation. They said that they're going to be given an update at a later date. I also wanted to discuss Cody Bigsby. His father, Corey Bigsby, has now been charged with 30 counts, but nothing in connection with his disappearance. So that's my problem. So he's been charged with 30 counts is unrelated to his son's disappearance. Don't know how that's possible, but um, multiple charges of child neglect, multiple charges. Now, a body was found in Chesapeake last week. They said the body was really decomposed, so there is no word out yet um, as to whether it was Cody's body. And that's what I've been checking and checking on. And that's what led me to doing the updates this morning. Um, so again, Cody Bigsby, and I'm going to put his picture up. I'm sorry. Let me put up Cody's picture really, really quick. Beautiful little boy. There is Cody Bigsby, 4 years old. Went missing January 31st. His father said the last time he saw him was 2 a.m. in the morning, and he made the report at 9 a.m. So now we're at what, 170 days, 171 days he's been missing. So I just want to keep bringing awareness. Hi, Carnes mom, how are you? Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. Corey is Cody's dad's name. So they're saying that more charges are coming. I'm just, and there's something about the water. So I don't know what the water team is. And guys, and I'm so sorry I didn't get a chance to look, but it's a search team that goes out and look for children. It's like Texas. Oh God, it just left my mind. Um, the ones that go out and they look for little kids, but they're still searching. But I really do believe this little boy is, and I hate to say it, um, I really don't like to say it, but his attorney, actually, his new attorney Amina, did a cease and desist because they said that the police department was putting out information that targeted um, Corey's family. And they did. Well, what he said was if the family that said to love the little boy, if they give them more information, they would have more information to give us. So again, the family, from my understanding, lived out of town. That's my understanding. The family lived out of town. So I don't know, but am I still here? I'm sorry, StreamYard kicked me out. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? StreamYard just quit. Can you hear me? Okay, StreamYard actually kicked me out. Hi, Dorothy. I don't know where I was. But again, Cody Bigsby's father is still in jail. They're not going to release him. The attorney put a cease and desist. Amina, Corey's attorney, put a cease and desist on the family for the simple fact is they said that they were putting out statements that caused the family to be harassed. So I am, um, it's just sad. He's been missing for far too long. And not to know his whereabouts. Again, a body was found. They're not saying if it's his or not. They're not saying if it's a child, if it's an adult. They're not saying anything. So we're going to keep him in mind. Now, as far keep our prayers for him. As far as Dylan Rounds go, I'm going to play the interview that his mother just did and just a little bit of it so you guys can hear what's going on. I don't want to put it on the screen because I really haven't had a chance to read the TOS and they just made some new changes. So I don't want to play it so you guys can see it. So I'm going to share with you um, the audio on it just to make sure that I am safe. So I don't know what the new rules are yet because I haven't read them. So let me get so again with Dylan Rounds, Chase Vestra, 41, James Brenner, 59. They're in custody. They haven't been released. They do believe that those two, they haven't been named. Well, wait a minute. Chase hasn't been named as a suspect, but Brenner, James Brenner, who they said was a squatter, but yet he helped him around the farm, has been listed now officially as a suspect. And they listed it as a homicide investigation. So let me just play you this little clip with the mom so you can hear it. And let me make sure I have the right one up. That's not the right one. So let me pull this up again. Share. Let me share the audio. Here we go. Okay. So let me just play this right now. Oh, I'm sorry, commercial. I can't help it. And I can't. Let me turn that off so you don't hear it. Hold on a second. I'm playing it, and then I'm going to soon as the commercial goes off, and I had it set, but I guess I messed up. Okay, there we go.
Cooley. She is Dylan Round's mother, and Candace, I can't believe it's been nearly 2 months since he disappeared.
And Dylan will be 20 on August 1st.
You probably are very aware of this case, but we wanted to have Candace in here get an update and talk about Dylan's birthday, which is coming up here in just a few weeks. So first of all, what can you tell us? What is new?
So what we know, there's stuff that we as just Justin and I as mom and dad know. There is stuff going on. I know everybody thinks it's become this big stall, and we're not out there searching, and we're not having search parties. But there's a reason.
Do you hear her?
We have information that we don't want to be out there searching. We don't want people out there searching because there is stuff behind the scenes that just can't be released to the public right now. But there's a reason.
So that you're saying on the law enforcement side of things are happening.
Yeah.
We do know that there's 2 people that lived in the area or were in the area. Chase Venstra, who has appeared in court, and then we have the other neighbor who was James Brenner.
Correct.
So can you tell people who are just tuning in how those guys knew your son and about the charges?
Yeah, so James, I knew him as Jim. He helped Dylan day work off.
That's Brenner,
who's there Southern Idaho, take apart his pivot. He lived out on the property. He squatted out on the property when Dylan first discovered the area when he was like 15. He might have been 16 years old. So just a work acquaintance. I mean, when you're out there and you've only got 6 people around you, you kind of get to know everybody. So that's how him and Jim, it's just he'd help him on the farm when he needed it. As far as Chase, I never heard Dylan say that man's name ever until all this happened. I have no clue. I don't think I don't think they knew each other. I mean, probably just in passing from being in Montello and stuff. I did find out that Chase's son helped Dylan last summer on some day work, I believe, when they were putting in the main line, but not Chase. And that was just one of the run into him in the Montello store and say, hey, you want to come out and help? I'm looking for help. But other than that, I never heard Dylan say Chase's name.
Okay, so James Brenner, it sounds like he's a felon, and so when the police went out to just serve a search warrant around the time that Dylan disappeared, they found weapons.
Okay, now this is the problem because one news outlet said that Chase, when he talked to his grandmother, I think, he said that he ran into a guy on the trail that was acting strange, and they stated that the person was Chase. Now maybe the mom didn't hear it, but that's what was reported. So let me just go back.
In his trailer.
Correct.
And he, as a felon, you're not allowed to own weapons. So he's been arrested. So he's been charged with possessing a firearm as a felon.
Correct.
And he's in custody in Utah. And then Chase Venstra also is in custody on firearms charges.
Yeah, and his charges, the last I know, and that may be the court appearance you heard about yesterday, was now the firearms that were in Chase's motorhome have been traced back to being stolen. And so now it goes a step higher because not only were you a felon with firearms, but you had stolen ones, which they're pretty sure he stole.
So you've got these two characters that lived out there. Do you think that they know what happened to Dylan?
Yes, they
Chase
know.
didn't live out there.
Or Chase did not live out there.
Mm-mm.
But he was visiting?
He would go back and forth between Montello and Ogden.
See, they know a lot of stuff, and they said that Dylan was in Montello like a day before. So the police actually know a lot, and they are not releasing a lot of information, which is why they're not searching. And she said it, the search is no longer going on. They know something. They know a lot.
And what we were told, and that's just what we were told, is he'd go over, steal stuff from Montello, hurry up, jump the border, go back to Ogden and sell it.
Okay.
That's what we were told by everybody, hence the stolen firearms.
And I guess, yeah, I appreciate you making that clear, because the way I think that we understand it is he may have had contact with Dylan around the time Dylan disappeared.
Yeah.
So do you think that there's more here in connection to your son?
I believe so. I mean, Brenner has been listed as an official suspect.
Yes, he has.
And the affidavit that was served to get the warrant on Chase, they listed a homicide investigation.
Yep.
That was in the affidavit. And that's thrown up a lot of questions with people. So, I did clarify that with law enforcement. So Chase was set to be extradited to Montana, and they didn't want that happening. So not wanting that happening tells me something right there. We honestly haven't been told, but that's when they went in and got the search warrant. So in that affidavit, they put in how they word that, conjunction with a homicide investigation. Come to find out, you can put anything you want in an affidavit for a warrant. None of it has to be true, but it's what you can put in it and kind of prove to get a judge to sign it faster. And that's what held Chase here.
Okay, so I guess we could summarize it by saying the police obviously believe that these guys might know something.
Correct.
Or that they're tied into it. But again, they have not to this point been charged. There's been some questions.
All right, guys. So what do you think? Do you think they know? Do you think they know, or do you think they're responsible for Dylan's disappearance? And now they're listing it as a homicide investigation. Again, his family is, his birthday is August 1st. They're asking everybody to sow a seed for Dylan. And it's going to be packets of black-eyed Susan seeds are being distributed through the Find Dylan Rounds Facebook page. And they're located in different locations in Utah and Idaho. This young man went out, bought a farm, 19 years old. He scouted the place, as you heard his mother said, but she can't remember, between 15 and 16 is when he found it. He decided to leave home, go buy this farm in Lucin, and then he disappears. So I want to know, what do you guys think? do you think that Chase and James are responsible for Dylan's disappearance, or as they said now, a homicide investigation? This is just sad. It's really, really sad. Sad, sad, sad. But his mother is, he looks just like his mom. He looks just like his mom. So I'm gonna play like little, like 5 minutes more, and then I'm going to end it because I have a lot of stuff to do today. So hold on.
Questions online that we can address with you. The first one being, why did Dylan go to this remote area, not in the state where he was living here in Idaho, in high school? Explain what took him to this area.
So we are catching a lot of criticism. A lot of people say we dumped our son out there. That is ridiculous. Dylan heard about this place from another gentleman that he worked with off and on, went and checked it out. It was perfect for him. He never had to worry about houses, getting moved in on. Dylan didn't want to go work for a big farmer. Dylan wanted to be a big farmer. So when he decided to do this and go out to listen, there was no competition. You got water rights, you got good soil, you just got to, make the alkali even out a little bit. You got everything you want being a young kid coming up wanting to make your own farm.
Hi, Pika.
Dylan couldn't buy ground here in eastern Idaho. Dylan can buy ground in southern Idaho. I mean, you 10,000, 15,000 an acre. He wasn't thrown out into the desert. He found a place he could farm, and he was helped. Everybody enabled and helped him to make that dream come true. Not dump him out in the desert. I mean, and it was perfect because when Dylan finally got enough stuff together and he was able to go out there and make a go of it and farm is when COVID hit. So there was no school. He didn't have to go to school. It was canceled. It was perfect for him. It was like everything fell into place.
And I think a lot of people might see the area and think that's not farmland because it's not lush brown soil with trees and crops. But he wasn't farming vegetables. He wasn't farming corn.
And see, that whole area was developed. It was 14 years ago they pulled out. And I've been told it was Simplots that were there. I have never called to confirm that because I have no reason to. But like where the grain shed was and where Jim's trailer was and all that, there's like 20 hookups for water, for power. That's where all the farm help out there lived in their campers in the summer. It's not like this place has never been farmed before.
Make his dream come true.
It's just when the last people left, nobody's even realized it was there to go out and farm it, and Dylan has. He figured it out.
So he went out there. The other thing that a lot of people have asked is that he was involved in some romantic relationship with one or more of the men out there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and when this all started, any crazy idea. I mean, we were in such a frantic and we didn't have the help we needed. We're not professionals at this. We didn't know what to do. We listened to everything. And that information came from a very unreliable source. There is no ground to it whatsoever. There is not a single person who actually knows Dylan that you can say that to that doesn't laugh. It's all.
You see how rumors get started?
Rumors started going, and when you're a parent and you're not getting help, you go to anybody, the YouTubers, all of this stuff that we did that's got this fire started. We didn't know any better. We were just trying to get it out there to get help. And so then it's just turned into a circus. And if people want to follow the circus, they can follow it. But that doesn't help us find Dylan. And none of it's true. Rumors and speculation is ridiculous when we have evidence and facts. So that's what us as a family are sticking to, and just staying out of the big circus all these other people have created that don't know any of us.
There were some questions too a few weeks ago, maybe it was around the 4th of July, where you and Box Elder Sheriff's Office, and I believe Elko too, had said, please don't go out there and search.
Correct.
And some people were saying, well, if it was my kid, I'd be out there searching nonstop. Why don't they want help with the search? Right. Can you address that?
So what people got to realize is the FBI and Box Elder have been out there. And they have been gathering stuff. From the soil, from that immediate, they have been all over it. They've had more heavy equipment out there. They've had more dogs out there. They have been all over it. You take somebody who's untrained and just think they're going to go out there and be the hero. They're stepping over the stuff that the FBI and Box Elder County are now gathering, and Elko and all these law enforcement agents that are now involved. us going out there, civilians,
Yes,
we just
Carl's
ruined
mom.
stuff. I mean, the whole crime scene, the whole scene, we call the crime scene now, was so tainted from the beginning because of how it was handled. Everything that's there needs to be preserved.
Yep.
And I am
everything.
sorry, you're not going to go out and go walking through that desert and just stumble across my son, because we have been everywhere. Horses, dogs, air, ATVs, search and rescue.
I'm glad I found this interview.
I think we had 6 choppers out there, multiple planes. I mean, we have covered it now. Now that we've gathered evidence, it's kind of taken a different direction, and we need to let it go that direction and not destroy what's left.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Dylan's birthday's coming up.
Yes.
20th,
August 1st.
On August 1st. And what is that like, knowing that? Well, let's hope he's here.
Right. Yeah.
For his birthday.
Yeah.
She's a strong woman.
We've had so many people reach out and asking, so that's why we decided to do the seed tribute.
Yeah, talk about that.
So we're going to do, we want to do sunflowers because Dylan loves sunflowers. How big they'd grow. He'd grow the giant ones when he was younger. So we were going to do those, but it's a little late in our season. So that's why we went with the Black Eye Susans, because they kind of look the same. And just, we've got people from Australia to South America that have reached out. So we'll have Scotty's and Rigby, some of our local stores in the Hazelton Magic Valley area.
Stop this, but yes. So let's just keep this family in our prayers, please. There is still hope, which we already know. Well, I suspect that Chase and James did something to this young man. But the mother is a strong, strong woman. I put the link in the description so you can go watch the rest of the interview. Dylan looks just like his mom. Looks just like his mom. And again, we need to keep an eye on our kids. We need to make sure, again, the case of Amani Stevens, it could have turned out totally different, but she ran away. Well, she was taken once, and I'm going to say she ran away because she went with this guy, and then they found her. She left again. So you don't know what's going on in that home. Nobody does. But what I do know is that if she left the first time and you found her and she still was on this Discord, but kids are sneaky. Let's be honest. Yeah, Danny's chat had me think, well, look, I cleaned up yesterday. But if you guys didn't catch Danielle Robinson's chat this morning, you need to go over there. We were talking about cleaning and how the grant, about how you used to get up cleaning with your parents and everything. I know every Saturday morning, my mother would put on Smokey Robinson Cruising, and we knew it was time to clean. My mother she still has hardwood floors in the house, in her home, and then all the paneling is mahogany. You couldn't put water on the floor, so it was a dust mop. And I'm telling you, this was a regular thing. And I'm like, well, and just like Danielle said, we couldn't wear our shoes on my mother's floor. We still, at this date, don't wear our shoes when we walk in my mother's home because the hardwood floors. And oh my God, you just can't, or you use a wet, a damp mop. So we talked about that. That was really, really fun. Hi, Mary Ann, how are you? But yes, so everyone, we have to keep, we pray that Amani gets help because her family needs to do something because she's left with this guy twice. Now they're going to lock him up. This time he is going to be locked up. If it's not, you don't know how many people she's been talking to. So there's something she's missing in her home that keep having her run to other people. Missouri City is a nice area, beautiful area. My brother lives in Missouri City. And it's right outside of Houston. It's a little town, it's a little sub city outside of Houston. So Yeah, we really, really need to keep a good eye on our kids, see what they're doing, see who they're talking to. We see Jay Lee. They, as of last night, as of this morning, I checked before I came live. They still haven't located his body, but someone's confessed. They're not saying why he did it. Nothing. They said there's going to be information come out later. We have Cody Bigsby, who's been missing now 171 days. His father, Corey, in Hampton, Virginia, locked up. Bail's been denied twice. Let's keep these families in our prayers and hope. And it's just sad. Orin and arson, that's something that I have to do by itself. And last night it was funny. I told you guys Thursday night that I was going to speak on Alex Murdaugh. I happened to be watching Dateline. Guess what story was on? Alex Murdaugh. The same timeline I gave you guys, the timeline they were using. They went back to when the young man was ran over. They went back to the housekeeper falling down the stairs, which has now been ruled an accident. But when I set up at Alex Murdaugh from the beginning, he had his wife and son emmed. Period. Nothing else. He was involved in that. So again, I'm going to get back into doing what I like to do. I will still be doing my cocktails with Debbie and hopefully Josh on Thursdays, but we're not going to talk about, I don't think too many people are really watching a lot of shows. So we're just going to have like fun discussions. And if it goes around to reality, it'll go around to reality. But we are definitely going to be just having fun. But again, and I watched it. And guys, if you haven't seen it, everything I said, they said it. The cops are saying it. He had everything to do with it. One of the reasons behind it, his son had that boating accident. They were drunk. His older brother, he used his older brother's ID to get the alcohol that they were drinking. Mallory Beach was a victim. Her body was found, I think, 3 or 4 days later from the boating accident. I showed the boat. Her family was suing. His wife had already hired a forensic accountant to go over the books because they were trying to move money around. She found the fact that he was stealing money from the law firm. And then, so I'm sitting there going, he was on the phone. I said, and I do believe Alex was there when his wife and son were emmed. Because who's going to know the mother and son are down by the dog kennels? Because somebody wanted to see hunting dogs. He went home and found them right there. How would you know your wife and your son were there? Come on now. Come on. So, but it's a lot. Yes, so Stephen supposedly was his lover, the older son's lover. And that's why, and I do believe he was hit not too far from their home. I do believe they're going to charge them with that as well. They never found a hit and run driver. Supposedly Stephen was trying to blackmail them or whatever else, but Stephen and the older son were in a relationship. I called this out, guys. I actually have it on my playlist. It's called Alex Murdaugh. Go back and watch it. You'll see. I called it. I hate to say, well, I don't want to be right about stuff like this, but I called it. It didn't add up to me. Nothing made sense to me. I even thought he had something to do with the housekeeper falling down the stairs, but that's been ruled because an autopsy was never done. And the new coroner said that a fall like that wouldn't kill someone, but they've ruled it an accident. And then find out that, he had his friend to represent her sons, but the sons never got the money. So it's just a whole big mess. Never got the money. But I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank you guys for being here. I'm going to keep these like, the updates. I'm trying to keep them to 30 minutes because people don't like to watch long streams. I know I got to go back and finish them. So yeah, thank you, Tina. But anyway, thank you, Mary Ann. It just didn't ring true to me. It didn't ring true to me. Whole thing with Cody Bigsby is not ringing true to me because you saw your son at 2 a.m. What the hell did you go in the room to check on your kids, but then you would always leave your kids home by themselves and you never thought about investing in a babysitter? Maybe Cody was the one that caused a lot of issues. I don't know. But for some reason, you reported it at 9 a.m. Yeah, this whole story just don't ring true to me. But again, I want to say thank you guys for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And guys, please keep Jay Lee's family in your prayers and hope they're able to recover their son's body. So, they can lay this young man to rest. Pray they find Cody so they can lay this young child to rest. And same with Dylan. Please, again, Amani is an exception. Because when they put it out, they thought she was in grave danger. But again, I want to say thank you. And I'm sorry I got kicked out, but we finished it. You guys have a happy, happy, happy Saturday. I know the weather here is beautiful. We're going to get out. I'm going to go try to do some rafting. I'm getting Miss Kayla up shortly, and I told her we wanted to be out of here by at least 1 o'clock. So thank you guys again, and I will see you soon. Thank you, Virgie. I appreciate it, but I will be doing this. I will be covering more stories and keep giving you updates. I do have an update on Aiden Fossey, the woman that lived down the street from them. She sent me a whole bunch of information on Thursday. I haven't really had a chance to go through it and decipher it. So I will do that. I'll probably be back tomorrow morning for morning coffee and we can discuss Aiden Fossey. But just want to say, have a wonderful day, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you being in here. Oh, you're on the way to the beach. And again, for everybody that's asking, more than likely, my dates for Vegas is October 20th, 21st, 22nd, and I fly out the 23rd. So that's the dates. My sister is able to be off that day, so she will be joining me this time. So hopefully I get to meet a lot more of you, but I will be in Vegas more than likely October 20th. Oh, what's one of your favorite songs in Spotify? Yes, she sent me the update on Aiden. I have it. I'm going to read through it, look up some other stuff. But tomorrow morning, it'll be coffee and we'll discuss Aiden Fossey. Aiden, for guys who don't know, he stabbed Tristan. He stabbed her, oh my God, over 100 times and the knife broke. Well, I don't want to get into that now because then I'll keep going on. But we would discuss that tomorrow morning. Hi, Ethel. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Please catch the replay. Thank all of you for being here. I will definitely talk to you later. Bye, guys.